Good day, people. Today I wanted to touch on something that is, I think, very important, and it's right in our face, and I think the majority of us don't realize it. There's a major disparity in the black relationships and in the black reality, not just in the world, but right here in this country. I think around, in the 1960s is the last time we actually seen true unity amongst black men and black women working together, getting along, fighting together to make changes for their children, themselves, and for the future. But shortly after the 60s, a lot of things started happening. A lot of drugs was systematically moved into neighborhoods. Projects was booming with poverty and women being the only ones who could get project apartments or Section 8 without a man. That means we had generations and generations of young black men growing up in the projects. All of the ones being there, lived there, was raised there. You start to see feminist movement roll in, and a lot of the nature of black men and black women getting along, fighting together, started to change. The infrastructure of black relationships started to deteriorate, making it way easier to subject us to racism and oppression, and just separating that coalition between black men and black women turned us against each other, and now we're competing amongst each other rather than working together as man and women to change our reality. But I want you to understand this very, very important factual concept that I don't think a lot of us is paying attention to. Black women, you've been sold a lie, and they have manipulated you to believe something, and the real truth is right under your nose. You have been raised in a country that has endorsed this concept that the man is supposed to be head of household. The man is supposed to bring home the bacon. He is supposed to support his family, support his children and wife or woman financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, protect and provide for your wife and kid. That's endorsed to you by your elders. That's endorsed to you by propaganda, by the entire structure of this country. Everything is in place for you to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. And we all could agree that a man is a provider. He's supposed to go out and get it, whatever it is. Now, of course, many of you have never experienced that, unfortunately. And some of you probably believe that you won't ever experience it. Some of you have had to take care of a man. Some of you are taking care of a man and the kids. Some of you have been completely abandoned by the man. And some of you may see black men struggling constantly, whether it's your friend, your brother, your boyfriends. Constantly throughout society, you see black men struggling. You even see black women more financially successful, making more money, maintaining not only the house, but the communities a little better than men. Now, why is that? Now, I want you to ask yourself, do you believe black men are just born degenerates? That we can't do anything right, we can't put together communities, we can't raise children, stay with our children, stay with our families? You think black men are innately the biggest criminals, the biggest rapists, just the worst person in the world? Or do you think something is happening actively every day, every generation towards black men? Do you feel like something is actively being done so that we appear like this for the rest of our lives? Some of you have given up on black men. I see it every day. I hear it every day. Just totally have the most negative outlook on black men. I would validate those feelings and opinions if the black man was an enemy number one to the man that controls this country, which is the white man. I can see all of those things being valid, all your complaints, all your frustrations being valid towards black men. Had he not been enemy number one and the most oppressed human being on the planet, I could agree that everything that y'all complain about is valid based on the fact that he is in control of his community, he is in control of propaganda. He is in control of media. If he could walk in a bank and get the same loans as a white man or a Jewish man, if he can create his own schools, we still can't create our own curriculums. We don't have any major seats in Hollywood to make the movies we want to make the kind of music we want to make, to convey it to our people. We don't own any major food corporations to properly nourish our people. We don't own any major water corporations to properly give our people clean, rich, filled mineral water. We have but so much power in the judicial system. Our votes clearly don't matter about anything. We're not favored in politics. So you're living in a country or in a world that endorses a man is supposed to be head of household, but your man, the black man, is systematically kept from being in power of his community or his block or his house. You understand what I'm saying? So they're endorsing this idea that your man is supposed to look like this and do this and provide this, but your reality is you're not experiencing him being able to do that, or any of his, you might see one black doctor out of, every 10 men, or some rise. But black men as a collective are victimized every day, systematically held down. We can't do anything. And the idea that when you watch TV and you see a man in his house or a white man in his house in control of everything, paying the bills, putting his family into a beautiful neighborhood and beautiful. Every black man does not have that reality. Matter of fact, the majority of black men will never have that reality in this country as long as we're under control by this racist barbarian. And y'all been sold this bull crap dream that the man is supposed to be this, but they never told y'all. Your man has a really big, these white and Jewish men are very eager to hire a black woman and put her ahead, but it's very different when it comes to us. And we have to do a lot of crazy odd jobs just to survive out here, especially if you're living in a major city. You understand what I'm saying? And your man is systematically shut down. And a lot of you don't even believe that that's happening, or a lot of you don't believe that that's the reality of a black man. But just walk in the shoes of one, or really take time to talk to one and really understand his path. You know what I'm saying? Y'all endorse this beautiful idea about a man and what he is supposed to do, but no one prepared y'all to really look inside of a black man's life. And is it so? Is it possible that he can provide this dream for his family and his neighborhood and his people and his friends and his kids? Is it set up for him the same way it's set up for a white or a Jewish man? And if you think it's the same, you're fucking crazy. The people who are in control and who are making the actual decisions based on humanity itself are not in favor of black men. They actually hate us more than anything in the world, and they do not want us to rule. They don't want us to overcome adversity, oppression, and they do not want to see us in power. And they have done everything, set up everything, created everything in order to never see that happen. Black men as a whole will never be in control unless we burn this whole shit down and start over. We're the sworn enemy. We are black. We plant seeds, and every seed we plant creates a black person. And the agenda has been set on us from the get-go to kill us constantly, to just keep us down, keep us from having any kind of power, especially financial power, because it's all about money. In policing, all of these things are set up to keep black men in jail to work for free. Slavery never ended. It shifted in a very sophisticated manner, and we're not paying attention to those things. So black women, I want you not to ever accept a piece of shit man, because just because your man, the black man, faces more adversity than anybody else in the world does not mean we are exempt from the responsibility and the choices that we make as individuals. Many of you don't even listen to these videos long enough to hear those points, but hopefully you get through the entire video and understand that this is not making an excuse for black men. We are still responsible as individuals as for what we do and how we treat women and our children with the moral values that's placed in us. You know what I'm saying? And how we raise. But at the same time, you have to understand that black men, the escape of black men, something is very wrong with our lives. Something is very wrong with our lives. And when I sit down and I talk to my brothers, I feel very bad about the frustration that they go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them just not making it. And there's nothing that they could do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just really don't understand that. So, I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about what we need to do to build this coalition between men and women again. Because they never wanted to see us get along, and they always knew if I broke up the black man and black woman, I'll have them forever, individually. You know what I'm saying? I'll have them under control forever. And they've done that. You can't even write a post about something about a black woman on Facebook or anywhere, even if it's true. You can't say anything, scrutinize any of their nasty behaviors, because as soon as you do, oh, you a woman bashing. But women talk shit about us all day. Y'all, it's like women can't stand men, but they need the dick, and they need the money, and they need the family idea. But you can't stand a nigga, but you need the idea. You know, we're wounded, and we need to fix these things. This is not, again, a video to pander to the male agenda or anything like that. There's something really happening towards black men. And there's an agenda set against us. And we need to really take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? And we're not making excuses for them, but we need to take heed to what's really going on. And we're being systematically murdered, kept from becoming any collective that can have fortune to change our reality. They're doing this on purpose. And I want y'all to pay attention to that. One love, though. And black women, understand this. You are our world's new leaders. You are the ones black men will stand behind and fight for and support. You are our world's new leaders. And I want to make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. You know, I'm not giving y'all a compliment. I'm telling you the reality of what it will be moving forward. Y'all are our new world leaders. And black men will fight for you and stand behind you. And we do not know our roles as far as gender is concerned. We've been lied to about everything. We don't know exactly how it went. Study Egyptology, study Africa and who we were. And who ran that shit? In many different periods, you know, it was y'all, it was us, it was y'all, you know, but y'all are leaders just as much. So we need to support a lot of y'all ideas moving forward, because they will never allow a black man to lead this world out of the hell, fire, and brimstone that we experiencing now. Any black man that even stands up and say, boop, gets killed. So we need to start supporting y'all. Because y'all are running this shit. Y'all are like kings right now. You understand what I'm saying? And just because a black man wants to point out, you know, a lot of little messed up things. Like the fact that y'all wear too much makeup. The fact that y'all too naked on Instagram, and that's why you can't find a man to commit to you for a damn. The fact that the weave is getting out of hand and no black man can't make love to his woman and run his fingers through her natural hair, whether it's kinky, soft, thick, or what. Niggas is tired of snagging their fingers in a track. You're too naked. And they have sold you another thing that is tearing y'all lives apart. And that's just that y'all have to be your own person and then women could do what they want. No, there's rules, there's moral rules, and there's ways that women need to live in order to best well in this world. And she can't be overexposing herself. And every time a man is ready to point at y'all and scrutinize and say, hey, this is wrong, and no, we don't like these nasty habits, y'all should listen. Just like how we have to listen to y'all bash us all the time. Take heed. It's about bringing us back together. So it's in a man's natural, you know, instinct to say, no, this is wrong, honey. You shouldn't act like that, because you never going to find a man that think you deserving. Stop taking offense to every time we try to correct and say, yo, this is not cool. This is not who you are as a black woman. I'm tired of this. Like, we got to start loving each other again, or we're going to perish. We are going to perish. This is not a joke. I'm a nigga. I crack jokes. I make funny videos all the time, but because I'm making a serious video, don't think I'm confused. A nigga could be funny and very interested in his people at the same time, and mean well. And then the first thing what are you doing for your communication? Niggas, I'm talking to y'all about what's happening and what will happen. I get out there every day. I'm on radio shows. I'm on podcasts. I talk. I give lectures. And I don't post none of that shit because a lot of y'all out here on social media. So we need to really regroup and figure out what the hell we're going to do for our children. It's about them. We ain't going to have no future. We're seeing a really, really hard time right now. This world is crazy. It's getting out of hand. And the only way we as a people is going to protect each other is if we get together and really start having these conversations and really start making moves. And we need to support our black women and every idea that they have. But ladies, we need your love. We need your support, and we need your hand to just say, I'm frustrated, but I'm here, I get it. And a lot of y'all aren't frustrated because a lot of y'all talk like me. Thank you. Because you see what they're doing to your man and you love your man. And I ain't talking about your boyfriend, I'm talking about the black man. You love the black man, and thank you for being so insightful and raised the way you do and have the conversations. You know what I'm saying? But don't make money y'all whole life. I don't know a lot of niggas who was hurt and heartbroken because they had to give up a woman that felt my man or whatever man I'm supposed to be with should have this amount of money. But the nigga that really loved you had this amount of money. I done had a girl walk up to me and, you look so good, but, I don't think you make enough money for me. Straight like that. It's not about money. We're all gonna die if we don't figure out how to fix these problems. So, take this video serious. And when you see a video that I make and I got some jokes in it, understand that, yeah, it's time to laugh. But now it's not funny. So hold it down.